So today I'm going to do 6 2x2s, and I showed this before, but I'll show it again. I just took a piece of cardboard and cut out some 2x2 squares. I've also got a 3x3 cut out, and you can see I'm going to cut those out. It just makes it super easy to throw a grid on. So I just put it on and then just trace in, not too exact, and I end up with I'm going to do 6 2x2s. So today I'm going to start, like I said before, I've got a whole sheet of prompts, and I'm going to start by just writing. I have a whole sheet of prompts that I use. Just write anything. I'm just writing love, all. Just anything. I'm just scribbling. I love to walk at the park every day with Jerry. This isn't even my handwriting. I'm just scribbling. It's just a way to start a page. I'm just going to keep going. Don't even know what I'm going to write. I love to share my artwork with beautiful souls every day. Love talking to Linda about our grandchildren. Happy times. Again, this isn't even my handwriting. I'm just starting this page. Every day is a gift. Do what inspires us. Share and love is always around if we just look at nature and sky. Okay, I don't know. I just went for it. Had no idea what I was going to write, but there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some gesso, water it down a little bit, and just kind of go over it. Seals it, it spreads it. I've got this watered down, but you can do it a little thicker if you want. It still shows the writing, but it just mutes it a little bit. So that's how I'm going to start today. That was one of my prompts. Again, to just write whatever and then go over it with gesso. So one of the questions I had was about, I think in one of my videos I talked about framing these little grids and then taking them over and just setting them up in my kitchen and looking at them. While this dries just a little bit, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So when I did the the bunny grids, I ended up doing several pages of the bunnies. And these are the frames I'm talking about. I get them at Michael's. It's just a very inexpensive. The glass actually pops out of the front like this. And then I just set this is a 8x10 frame. It's just a plastic frame, and this little size fits perfect in here. It gives it some room to kind of just, so I can just plop them in. But I love that, and then I just take it over, set it up, and I enjoy looking at them and just seeing if I would do anything different, or just enjoying them. So that's the frame that I was talking about. Okay, so we've got this far. One thing I wanted to show y'all that is very cool, and I had it sitting here. Where is it? Napkins. This is just a napkin. I just bought a pack of napkins. I loved this pattern. As you can see, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to take a piece of tape and put it on the back to pull it. Sometimes they're 2-ply, sometimes they're 3-ply. This is, I think, a 2-ply. Let me look at it. Yeah. And I'm going to use this to collage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wet my brush, and I'm just going to pick a spot right here and just wet out a little piece. And when you wet it like that, it allows you to tear it really easy. And I'm just going to collage a little piece of this on each one. I'm trying to move kind of quickly because I don't want the video to be super long, but I'm just going to collage a little piece on each, right over the writing. Again, I'm just wetting it, and that just softens it up so that I can tear it. Like I did before, I'm just going to do different. I'm not thinking about this. As you can tell, I'm just moving quickly. And I'll probably use a glue stick because that's less water. But here we go. Let's see here. Okay. Now if I can find all my little pieces, I'm going to take my glue stick and just throw this napkin. I loved the little neutral color, and again, as I put more layers, this will stick down even better, but I'm just working quickly. I need one more little piece. Here it is. There. So again, as I glue these down and I paint on them and do different stuff, this is one thing about the napkin though. It's very fragile, so you can't do a whole lot of like scribbling and scratching on it. It'll pull them up. But you can also use just matte medium. I'll just touch that here and there. You can use either the glue stick or the matte medium. I'll use a little bit of both. Alright, while we give that a second to dry, something else I wanted to show y'all that I do is I keep these canvases nearby. These are just used canvases. My neighborhood has a giveaway program where people post stuff on Facebook, and people are always giving away these canvases that they bought for their kids, and I guess they end up with a stack of them. So I gather them up, and at the end of the day I just throw my paint on them. here's one that I've been working on for a while. It's just a nice base to do a painting on and just get extra paint on your canvas. So here we are. We've got this, we've scribbled on this. We have now collage napkin down. And so what I'm going to do, I've got to pick something to draw on this. I try to do very simple shapes, and today I've got a sheet full of deer, just very simple shapes. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use my Stabilo very carefully and try not to pull my napkin up. But if I do, that's okay. And I'm just going to quickly draw. I got to do 6 of them, so I'm working pretty quick. But I'm just going to draw sketches in. Like I said, I try to pick something that's fairly quick to draw because I'm doing so many at a time. But you could, you know, whatever you love to draw, you could do. See, when you touch this napkin, but I'll be able to, as it dries, I'll be able to use some matte medium and put it back down. I'm going to do one down here with maybe I'll do some horns. Stick that down a little better. Use a little matte medium here. Yeah, it's hard to draw on top. That just pulled some off, but that's okay too. I'll just put him down here. And then it'd probably be better if I let this dry a little bit more, but again, it'll all work out. It's very random and very organic. And I'm just very quickly throwing these on, so and I can adjust them as we go along. So I'm going to again use the matte medium to activate these. I've got 2 little ones in this one. And while I'm activating them, I can stick it down a little better. There you go. All right, I'm just barely getting the image of these little deer in here. And then what I'll do, I'm working very quickly. I'm going to put out a little bit of black. And then I can help these along. And I can also use my matte medium and kind of stick down where I see stuff. But I like the texture of it too. This one's a little too textured, but we'll just throw some matte medium on here. Knock it down. But I like the neutral. The napkin's kind of a neutral color, and I love the writing showing up. So I put down a little bit of black, and I'm just going to touch these here and there and try to get the shapes in. All right, that's a little better. There's a little fella. Yeah, so I kind of did the outline with the Stabilo, and now I'm just touching here and there with the give him some horns. There, just kind of touching here and there. All right, they're kind of cool. Now, like before, we got to decide. We could paint the deer and leave the different things in the background, but I think I will again paint the backgrounds to make the deer pop out. And I can also take my white gesso if I do something like that. His nose got too big, I can just kind of touch around it. But yeah, I can definitely see where I could use this technique. I like the randomness, and again, I can carve out here and there. Just touch here and there where I think it needs. All right, I like them though. Cute. All right, so I'm gonna try some just different colors for the background. This is a raw sienna. Just see what I think of that. Just very loosely. All right. It's kind of interesting. I'm going to take, again, a little bit of a white and maybe pull his face out a little bit more. There he is. Oh, but I love the stuff showing up in the back, the napkin and the writing. You just never know what's gonna show up. I'm gonna touch his eye again. His little nose. Just kind of touching here and there. Okay, that was the raw sienna. Let me try, we'll try a blue on this one. Just see what I get. Again, I'm just touching the areas right around. I like that. That's kind of cool. Again, I can, there's his little face. He's cute. Looks like a mama and a baby. Just keep touching until, all right, I like that. Oh, I love the writing in the body, and I think that's really cool. So I like the blue better than the brown, so I think I'm going to go right over the raw sienna with the blue and see what we get here. And it's probably still wet a little bit, so it'll get interesting. And I'm just going to keep working back and forth and touching, maybe touch around the eye there. His eye's a little big there. All right, there it is. There she is. She's showing up a little bit more. But I love the different, the texture from the napkin. Ooh, It's cute. Yeah, and I love the napkin and the writing showing through. That's really cool. Okay, let's try, just for the fun of it, I've got this is a purple Wild Orchid. I don't know, I'm just trying different things and I can go over them. I'm just going to see what this looks like. I love the blue. And you can see as I, some of the napkin comes up a little bit, but then I just glue it back down. But I love the texture it's creating. That's pretty. I'm going to try Celadon. That's a really cool color. Let me see if I can carve this out a little. It's just a very neutral. And I'm just going to touch right around the little deer. I love that. I love the Celadon, I think more than the purple. So I'm going to just touch the Celadon right over the purple. And some of that purple will still show through. You can see just little bits and pieces of it. Yeah, so I've got the blue. Let me try another. I'll mix a little bit of the blue and the Celadon. Ooh, that makes a pretty gray. Just playing with the colors. Ooh. Look at that when that pops out. I like his horns. Ooh, I love that one. I love the writing in his body and the little bit of dark that the napkin shows. I think I'm going to touch his eyes. His ear. Maybe. I don't know. That's just a little bit of a... Try to do a little bit of a, like a horn type thing here. Just touch right around him again. Ooh, I love that. Very cool. So we've got green's one of my favorite colors, and this is just a Hauser light green. I think I'm going to just touch around this one with that. See what we get here. I'm just trying to stay very neutral, except for that purple, and I ended up going over that. So, ooh, I love the green. I tend to, you know how you have certain colors that you just gravitate toward. Green is mine, but I do love this gray. And let's see, I've got the gray there. I might touch this one with some of the green. Again, I'm thinking of this as a whole, and I like the green there and there. I like that color. The Celadon and the blue mixed is really pretty. Maybe I'll just throw some of that in here. Okay. I think they're really cool. All right, and then I can, I can keep, like I've said before, I can keep going if I want to just, like, but I really like the marks that are showing up. Let's see here. I mix that with a little bit of Celadon. Just, ooh, that's pretty. I can definitely see using this technique. Yeah, so I love those. And again, I started with the prompt of just writing all over. And then we did the napkin. We tore it, separated it so it was one ply, and quickly just put a piece down. Drew on top of it, which is a little tricky because it moves, and then drew a simple shape and then painted around them. And I actually love them, and I love the way that this little bit of writing is showing through, and bits and pieces of the napkin, and that was super fun. I never know what I'm going to end up with, so I hope you enjoyed it, and please leave me a comment. I love to read those, and thank you for watching.